exporting that now.
Okay, so this is the one. What's the project?
HView.
Edgeview. Okay, so I assume this time we're doing it just ourselves with recommendations, and then you'll take it to the team.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's start going. Excuse me, sorry. The first thing I probably want to go into is the footage. So, is this the drone footage?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, you have these views. Does this show the view of these down here at the bottom, or?
Yeah, this was my attempt to tell you from which perspective we were looking at.
Okay, 10-4. So let's just go through these one by one. Okay, this is gonna seem nitpicky, but let's make sure the team knows that we're praising them and that we really appreciate their work. And maybe they'll see the recording. You know, one thing we could do is put this on YouTube for them so they could see it later. Some of this may seem like nitpicky stuff, but it's really not meant to be. So here's a couple things. Number one, I'm just doing the field walk here. The logistics folks should be taught about dunnage, the importance of it. Like even if this is being installed temporarily, we need something by way of protection. Um, sorry, protection over here. Shoot. And then dunnage is it's on 4x4s or something else like that. It shows respect for the materials and it makes sure that nothing like the mud and dust and scratches don't get on the final product. Same thing with this one. So on dunnage and protection, and this might seem nitpicky, but hey, there's no reason not to get it spelled out. Okay, over here, toe board. Up here, if you have handrail, you need toe board. The toe board, what I mean by that is, let me get the right cursor size. It's the board down here on the bottom. If there's ever anything here like on the ground and somebody accidentally kicks it off, it'll come down and fall on the person. Anytime human beings are able to walk underneath an elevated area, you have to have toe board as well. In fact, the other thing to teach the logistics humans, which I may actually add into, um, Sammy, would you do me a favor and take notes as I go for me?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to add dunnage and protection of materials into the logistics book, actually.
Yep.
So the other thing is there's called snow fence. You know what snow fence? Snow fence could be placed along this side so that nothing could fall down on the people below.
Okay.
Um, and by the way, none of this is criticism. These are always just we're always attempting to improve. The logistics humans, if these are the logistics organize before they leave, even if they're in a hurry. They organize that. That means this stuff over here would be thrown away, right? It would be really nice and organized. One thing to note is that, and I'm sure they know this and are doing this, anytime you have a transition from the parkade to upper levels, always really inspect waterproofing transitions. So one thing to note is just a cool thing to notice. By the way, I think the team should actually just get this video. I mean, they
Yeah.
they hear me complimenting them, right? So this is the wall and the parquet and the footings, right? They'll
Mhm.
typically have probably not damp proofing. They'll probably have waterproofing. Like for planners, they'll have damp proofing, but they'll have the wall and then they'll have waterproofing. And what will happen is they'll usually have a trench drain or something like that, and they'll backfill.
Mhm.
And then what you got to do is you got to lap this waterproofing up and then take it over the exterior sheathing. And so that point right there can be a point of failure for projects. We really got to make sure that we're doing a detailed, even if we have to shovel a bit of this out and do a detailed, nice waterproofing inspection as we go around. Okay?
Mhm. Hey,
Um,
can
what's
I?
that?
I'm
See?
sorry. Can I just mention something that just for you to know, like an FYI?
The super let us know that when he took all of this footage, they had like really strong winds. So if something looks a little bit out of place or messier, it might be because of that. Just a heads up for like he Logan asked me to mention that to you. He was really
Yeah,
like
yeah. Oh, well, I love Logan. I think he's doing a great job. I think he's going to be one of the top performers. So I don't think he should. Oh, you're talking about things blowing over. Okay,
Yeah.
so like you're
that.
saying like I if I was going to say this is blown over,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So yeah, so you're saying don't worry about that. So yeah, blown over, you know, the this blown over. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay. All good. Rebar caps are needed on all these, so that there's no impalement hazard. So the nice little orange rebar caps. The cleanliness is looking good. Probably if I was one of the dynamos, I would probably sweep here at the entrance, right over here and I see it makes I seem like I'm being picky, but I promise you I'm not.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's you said don't worry about the blown over, but this is blown over a bit. I would definitely uh, do a tidy of these rocks. The other thing is when we start to stay ahead, this nitpickiness, if somebody's like, oh my gosh, Jason's being picky. No, this is going to help the team finish. It's going to help their balance. It's going to help them at the end. Small little bits. Like if I get rid of this pile of rocks and stuff right here, or figure out what's going on with the sign, that's all the better for when they're finishing out because they don't have to worry about it later. I would say pick up this pile. Okay. And the other thing is if it's like, yeah, Jason, we already did all those. This is good training for the dynamos, right? These pallets should be painted and stored or recycled, right? And get those out of there. So all of these off of the job. Okay, perfect. I'm loving this. This definitely needs to be placed around. All right. All right, so that's it for that picture. Okay, this one's the same one. Same. Okay, okay. Okay, they got their bathrooms, hand wash station. I would say probably tidy this up a bit. Did we ever get a report back from our last list? Can we have that prepared for in just a second?
Yeah. Jules, do you want to text Logan or should I text him?
I can text him, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah. Every one of these meetings, we need to check the last one as well. Like the follow-up from the last.
Like the
Uh,
last list you sent them?
yeah.
Okay.
This is a question. I'm gonna ask the question. Do we need handrail over here? It's just at this edge. It would be a question.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's taller.
And I seem like an auditor. Just so everybody knows, I'm not sitting in the cheap seats. I would totally audit or do this on a walk as well.
Mhm. No, yeah.
Okay. Looks like these are tidied up. Looks like that's clean. No, they don't need handrail on that one. So
Uh-huh.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take that one off. Um, okay. The only question I have is over here. It's something to note. Like here's what I'm gonna say about this. This is a big deal to me because these are wood building and Canada or the United States with fires. What does insurance require? Meaning we should like get the insurance policy and put it through AI and ask if we have all necessary provisions. Here's what we got to do. We got to have the owner's view on. We got to say, hey, are we keeping the owner safe from like possible lawsuits and things like that? Here's the deal. We have to look at it like this. A lot of the insurance companies will say, hey, I want security. So they'll say, security. They'll say they want a fence. They might even sometimes say they want a security guard. Okay. And here's the deal. Let's say that there was a fire, vandalism, and these burned down. Like, what if? Just whatever, God forbid, right? Um, if that happened and the insurance company came out and took pictures and their lawyers get to work and their lawyers are like, oh, we don't have to pay this out. You didn't even have a fence like you're supposed to have per this insurance policy. You, High Street, get to pay for this entire building yourself. You get my point? I don't want this to be forgotten, and I also want to know, this was a marked up item from last time. I want to know, what do we need? What are the requirements from the insurance company to make sure that we're safe? Does that make sense, Sammy and Jules and everybody?
Yes, it does.
Okay, a couple of positive comments. This is nice and clean, so that's an A plus. So super great on that. One thing I would probably do, like, just for future, I would probably do a track out pad here so that you didn't have it. So a possible future track out, and the track out means that you have rock stabilization. What that will do, gosh, I love this field walk already. It'll clean all this up and keep it from tracking out on the site and save people a lot of time. One thing here, I would probably tidy the tops of this, especially in a windstorm. Put that on the dynamos list and make sure we have, oh, one thing I want to check on is, do dynamos have the capacity to take care of some of this stuff? Okay. Looks pretty decent. These are looking good. Doors are all shut. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, well, not much over there. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's good. How are we doing so far? Any feedback so far? Are you okay?
No, I'm loving it. So thank you for
This is
Okay,
fine.
okay, perfecto. Yeah, obviously we've got to tear this stuff down. Even if you're like, we're going to tear this down later, keep neat at the source while they, sorry, while they are there. So those things should, I'm not saying should not, like somebody's a bad person or something. I'm just saying from a habit standpoint, we shouldn't leave that stuff. Looks pretty decent. I would say, and this is not being too nitpicky, maybe a little tidy. That's something to remind. Oh, wait, this is something to remind. Like if I was walking the side, I would take a picture of this and I would say, remind in Foreman huddle. Okay. And what I would probably do if I was actually showing them is I would be like, hey, get a little, oh, I can actually do I would say get a little space between these, right? Probably get rid of that board. Probably get rid of that. Straighten that up. Get rid of this down here. Make this sure this is vertical. Get rid of that, right? I would just in the Foreman huddle show them how they could 5S. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is 5S on this. How do you do 5S? 5S. Oh, that's weird. Okay, bathroom up and running, super good. I would like pictures of the bathrooms in the future. I think we should get rid of that. Okay. One thing here is a signal. I don't know how to do the signal on this.
like a warning signal or
Yeah, like check this out. Like let's say somebody sees it where it's full and then they call, right? And then the dispatcher gets it the next day, but by the time the next day happens, it's already overflowing. We need a Kanban signal to signal the call off. Maybe not there, but maybe at 3/4 of the way full. Then you call it off. Then by the time it's picked up, it's actually just at the top. It's better for road logistics. It's better for everything.
okay.
You all can figure that out. I don't really know what to do. Like if I'm walking, I'll hop up and look at it. But anyway, just finding a signal for those might increase their flow. I would say in the Foreman's huddle, this is something I would put in the WhatsApp chat is to tidy this for the exterior folks. I would probably ask the folks to tidy this. This is Foreman's chat. You can make notes behind me. Like if you're like, yeah, Foreman, WhatsApp, you can make these notes behind me if you want, but I would definitely do some stuff like that. It looks like cleanliness has really gone up. So So I'm pretty happy. Um, okay, I'm gonna move to the next one.
Mhm.
Okay. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think the exterior folks definitely need a tidy.
Okay.
This is probably what I would do if I was on site, just so we're sharing eyes, is I would be like, yep, this is a stop work and tidy. This
Oh,
is definitely a stop work and tidy. I would definitely be like, crew, I want you to stop production work and let's get all this tidied up. So this is something where we teach the team. This is in our leadership. Definitely stop work and tidy for exterior.
okay.
And should also go on grading system. Um, Another thing, so handrail, oh God, we gotta fix, we gotta fix that. Yeah, so the front side of the site's looking a lot better. You'll see decay on the back sides because people don't see them as much. But handrail, this is ASAP. I would almost mark that. If one of you could mark these stickies red
Okay.
behind me, like those are crucial. And again, with the fence, like I want to see the fence. I want to know what the insurance companies need. Now, people will laugh at me and be like, Jason, you're being so silly. It's all silly until High Street has to pay for one of these burned down buildings. Like it's all fun and games until that happens. So
Yeah.
the other thing is probably in the foreman huddle, I'd be like, hey, let's make sure these are straight. I would probably ask these to the tarps to be tidier. And the other thing is these are all things that should be mentioned in the morning huddles. And it's something that we're going to look at when we walk this again the next job. So we can't have these things not fixed the next time.
Okay.
Okay, so the fence does look like it's secure. We got some logs which don't worry me too much. Okay. Yeah, we got to tidy over here. We got to tidy. We got some exterior problems. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy, but when I say I'm not happy, the trade deserve or owes the project delivery team a much better job than that. Much better job than that.
Okay.
So I would say if I was me, I would say, hey foreman, as much as I love you, you gotta stop. You gotta stop and fix this all right now. That's the only way they're ever gonna get it. There's no reason to keep these. I would say remove right away.
These,
These logs.
okay.
Yep. So it's not super bad. The backside's starting to look good. Yeah, exterior folks getting a little lax. I expect a lot more from them. I don't even mind talking to them myself, but like this is not cool. There's
Yeah.
no they need to be cleaning every day. This does not belong here. Yeah, I would stop work. Exterior humans need to take care of the team better. I'm not happy with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Still, cleanliness is a good one.
Yeah. Um, this is the overall site. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if Canada has stormwater pollution prevention plan stuff. I don't know what their requirements are, but that'd be interesting.
Do you want us to look that up?
Oh, that's what you're talking about, the fences.
Yeah.
So here's what we need to do is we need to find a way to secure and prevent from falling over.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. I think we still need pictures of the offices, so I'm going to jam that up here. Blah blah blah. This here's a question: Was was this coordinated on the logistics plan to be here? And then next time I want pictures of offices so I can check.
Mhm.
Please. Yeah. There I am, Canadian after all. Super nice. Okay, so blah blah blah. Lay down yard, lay down, lay down, lay down. Doesn't look horrible. I would just probably make a note for the dynamos Dynamos remove dead stock.
Okay.
The other thing is, if it was me up here in this yard, if it was me, I would I would turn this into a kidding area. I would flatten out, I would get everything off the top. I would straighten all this stuff up, and I'm not saying it's not straight. I'm just saying make sure it is straight. I would straighten it up, get rid of the dead stock, and I would have this be a flat space, and I would break things out by kit, and then and this would be gone, and then the forklift could just pick it up and then take it, pick it up and take it. Like this could be a really neat little queuing yard. You could probably bring trucks. I don't know if they could make the slope, but you could probably bring trucks in that way.
Okay. An idea. Can you write it down?
Looks like weeds are better done. Looks like that slope's pretty good. Okay, bathroom. They've still got their walk path. I don't see a walk path for workers. This is urgent. I need to find out how workers are getting there, unless they're going outside and then back. But I want to make sure that we have a clear walk path for workers.
Okay. Clear walk path from, let me just take a
From the
look.
morning worker huddle to over here. The other thing we have to always look at on project sites when we're designing logistics is to make sure, I don't know where the parking is, but like hypothetically, let's say parking was here. How do they go from here to here to here with the least amount of friction, right? The worst thing that could happen, and it's not on this project site, but like let's say hypothetically parking was here, and then morning working huddle, then they have to drive over here, and then bathrooms over here. Like we want to be very respectful of the path of travel.
Okay. Two, and then look for paths of travel. Okay, look for paths. Sorry, Jason, can I ask a question? Do you
See,
want that for the next session, or could it be for like in a week?
yeah, well, here's the deal. With everything that we're talking about, we need a response. And I'm not trying to make fun of you or criticize you. I'm going to say I asked so that our brains can associate it. The last walk we did, I asked you all to report back to me by Tuesday. And this is not a shaming thing. I don't know how else to say it, but something in the system made it to where you all didn't do that. You have to do that to where we do this walk, and we have. So here's the thing: we have the walk, it goes to the project team, and then we have a report back in 2 days. There's no sin in having problems. Like this project team isn't in trouble for having these, but the only thing you can get in trouble for at High Street is if they're not taken care of,
Good.
right? We've got to be proactive with this stuff. Like for instance, like there's a couple things that I asked for last time, which was a roof. Fall protection signage. I don't know if there's, yep, that looks like it's a fire extinguisher, but like I want to know that these things are done. So even if they don't have it, I'll actually put on my, Sammy, I'm going to trust you. I'm not going to micromanage you. If today's Tuesday, by Friday, I want to report back on the last 2 walks.
There.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. The roof. Looks like things are going well. It's down. Okay, so not bad on the roof. Great job. By the way, there's no reason to be upset at these comments. These are helping the project team. And then the project team will add their own stuff, and it will be like, oh my gosh, we're just doing super great. Let me get to the right color. This should just be removed from a trash standpoint. Looks like things are turning up though. I really like this clean installation over here. Just remove these 2x4s. See, as the better we stay up on stuff, the less babysitting people have to do. Oh yeah, this is blown over, right? Now, I'm not going to be too ridiculous about this, but I will say one time on a project site, I had there was a backhoe that tipped over coming down one of these edges, and the insurance company did mention that it would be unless it's not a requirement in Canada and people don't think it's necessary, but the water barricades on those slopes so you don't tip over a piece of equipment. Could be nice. Typically, you actually want 5 feet between the water barricade and the edge as well. Now, are the equipment operators smart enough to not tip over? Yes. Have lots of pieces of equipment tipped over in the past? Yeah. Yeah, see, 100%. This would make a nice little staging area where you could pre-kit stuff. Okay. I like it. Okay. Okay, so the weeds are better cared for along here, so that's not bad. Okay, those are the aerial photos. Is this all are these all the notes
All the notes. Yeah,
from
and
the what?
yeah, and we have Zoom AI here, so
That's super cute. That's super cute. Okay, so this is the site logistics plan.
yeah.
I'm going to explain something and try and signpost it for the future. In the future, High Street girls and guys, I want you to know that so there's a logistics book that I'm actually going to go through again. Can you make a note? I want to do another pass through the logistics book. You're taking that note for me, right, Sammy? Okay, so there's a logistics book that I wrote. Okay, it's got 63 major components in it. That book, we could extract two things from it. Number one, we could extract location indicators, and I'll explain what that means in a second. And then we could actually extract so audit criteria. Here's what I mean. In AI, if there are like if we train the AI to know where the entryway was, or the trailer, or the laydown yard, or the line side inventory, or the local staging area, or the bathrooms, or blah blah blah, right?
Mhm.
These are location indicators. They're things that the AI would have to know where they exist in order to do an analysis. Okay? Got it?
Yeah.
From the book, we could extract the things that AI would need to know in order to do an audit. So from the book, we could extract, and I will do this. Make a note, please, Sammy, that I want to write a section in there for AI, and I need maps to show location indicators of key things. AI has to know where certain things are. Okay.
Mhm.
The reason is, if you loaded this map with these location indicators and said, hey, AI, use this book to do an audit and provide logistics suggestions, we could start adding a massive amount of value for project teams to help their site logistics, increase flow, reduce motion and transportation, the whole nine. So that eventually one day it's literally like, let me paint a picture here for you. Once we have this done, it would be like, AI, I have loaded a map of the logistics. I have marked all key features on the plan for you to recognize spatially. Please use the logistics book to run a logistics analysis and check all 19 logistics rules, and see if we have any gaps. And if you start to train this AI, we'll start to get a lot better feedback for the site logistics. that is where I want to head with logistics one day. Hello?
Yes, let me, I'm
Okay.
taking a note of all of this. Ahí está. Va. And that goes in the book. You're gonna implement that in your book.
Yes. The other thing is on these project sites, I want to get to the habit with High Street where the biggest things that I want to see are I want to see an initial gate,
Okay.
and then I want to see this fenced off and there be a second gate. And humans come in and they do the worker huddle, everybody, not just selective people. And then the second gate only unlocks once the worker huddle's done. So we're queuing people in. And the second thing is, I want to see that this is fenced and there's a first gate and a second gate, and equipment, materials, trucks get queued in here. And as soon as it's inspected in 5S, then we open up the second gate. The two-gate system, like in the Japanese Imperial Palace, the Masagura and the Genkan, like this is a really important concept. We don't allow enemies onto the site. We queue and inspect at the gate everything before it comes in. And then the other thing is the kitting area. Like they have this yard up here. I would love if they had a flat space where they could take bulk materials and kit it and be like, okay, well, this is going to be broken out into kits, right? And then you can forklift it where it needs to go, or organize the parkade that way, where like, but I think there should be an analysis of parkades, honestly, where like literally you'd still break it up by trades. But here's the thing, if High Street's taking over logistics, then we need to be in charge of it. So there's bulk items, and then there's an area, this is like the kitting area. So they can take with their little shop forklift things and kit it out onto pallets and pre-stage it the day before so that they don't have to wait on materials. Then it goes where it needs to go in kits only. So we got to get in the habit of detrashing and pre-kitting either outside or inside. That's something that I definitely want to see going forward.
Okay.
By the way, not being too SJW on you, but we need to start using more inclusive language in all of our terminology.
Oh.
It says man lift.
Okay.
So Sammy's not allowed.
I'm not allowed. I tried. Okay.
Yeah. So I do want to see floor mark. Do we have the 360 camera footage or no?
Yes, we do. It's gonna be a link because we don't have the app to look at that yet.
Okay. So floor markings for zones. I want to see those in the building. The exteriors are going great. Is this still at 8 crew system or is it a 10 crew?
Edge view, I don't know, you'll say.
I think they are an 8 crew system right now.
Okay,
And
perfect. Go ahead, dale.
no. We are actually implementing some feedback from these exteriors to the Ridgeway exteriors. We'll be having a meeting with the exteriors lead, Bowen, so we can rearrange the zones if needed or see if they are okay for now.
Okay. And then is all of the site work sequenced and shown on the production plan?
Up until they are right now, yes. They are
What?
still working. They are still working
No,
with
future. Like
ah,
are all future site work, site wall, site retaining wall, underground utilities on the production plan?
Yeah,
yes, they are.
Okay.
here you have.
Are we on schedule?
Yes.
How many buffers do we have left?
For HView we have 11. For Ridgeway we have 30 in buffer days.
One thing that I'd be curious to know, in a day they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, how they're handling the handoffs.
Mhm.
Like that's a lot of handoffs.
Yeah.
So how are they handling the handoffs?
Mhm.
Okay, the key here is that routine can be done by foreman. Non-routine, meaning the first start ones or the critical ones, by High Street Ventures. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Or and just an FYI, let me add a picture. Hayden, he does at the beginning, he sends a message to the people in the chat, in the foreman chat, and be like, hey, these are the handouts for today.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I love this, and Hayden's top notch. Like I would say High Street, oh shit, sorry.
Mm.
High Street, this is Foreman, you know, or you can put trade partner, like which if there's too many of them, which ones are High Street definitely going to hit, or which ones are the trade partners going to do themselves,
Great.
right?
Okay.
You already have the system in place, so there's no reason not to do it. Okay. Okay, you're on schedule. Okay, where are the 360
Here,
cameras?
if you go to the chat in this Zoom, there's a link to the 360 camera folder.
So Sammy Omero's already
Yes.
Ah, you
If
done.
have
you
that?
want me, I can share so we can actually perceive
Renee?
the 360.
Awesome.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm new to this app as well, but I'll do my best. There are
Mm.
50 photos. I don't know if you want to go one by one.
Yeah, sure, but I'll just say next. Um, and you'll just have to go fast. Okay, handrail. And this is where you're gonna have to take notes, Sammy or Jules.
Mhm.
Good job on the handrail. Next. No matter, you're gonna have to go fast.
Yes.
Okay, what is that? Okay, in the room. Okay, got good floor protection. Okay. Are the cords? This isn't a finished space. Still seeing a lot of cords on the ground.
Mm.
I would recommend, you know, those cord trees? Oh wait, stop, please. Those cord trees that I can't even explain it, but they're a tall thing and they have the little hooks for the cords. You might consider that. Is that a ground level? Is this a ground level unit or an upper unit? Omero,
That's
stay there.
that seems to be ground
Ground
level.
level.
Okay, so no signage needed on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one thing with this, and I'm sure the answer would be it is, but we've got to ask: is that packaging needed on the equipment? If they're like, yeah, it's protection, and then we detrash it in the unit, that's fine. But always still ask the question: if trash makes it in the building, don't bring it in and then take it back out. Is there any way to rig it in with as little trash as possible? Next, Omero. Next to space, please. Okay. Which contractor is this? Yeah, we got a lot of cords. This doesn't bother me too much. I want to see those cords up. Those cord trees are going to be crucial. Okay. All right, next. We don't have to do every room. Probably 3 rooms per floor. Let me see the corridor.
Yes.
Ooh, that looks nice. One thing is that one thing we saw at Brooklyn was the door signs.
Yeah.
We might suggest, oh my gosh, look, they got the cords up on the side. One thing, it may be easier than damaging drywall. It may be easier to use the cord trees, but I like what they did right there. One thing at the end, those cleaning stations at the end, if you go back, Omero, need to be a bit more organized. So that area needs to be a bit more organized. I do like that they have the room names listed, but again, when painting, it could be nicer to have the stands. It's totally up to the team, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next. 3 rooms per floor, and I want to see the corridors and elevators. That's the entryway. Okay, fire extinguisher. Oh, the cords look great right there. Really great job, High Street team. Trash is on its way out. Okay, go over to the right, please. Okay, doing great. We're doing a lot better. But right there, okay, so if you look left, the cord management is doing great, and then all of a sudden we fall off down below. If you go down, yeah, we're down below. We got like we're at the point where it matters most. That's where those cord trees will put it over the top. Also, we need to get rid of that 2x4. So like that picture right there, I don't know if somebody's snapping pictures, but
Yeah.
you snap a picture right there.
Yeah.
We're kind of drowning 5 feet from shore on that deal. But great job for the team for doing it during the corridors. But this is where you're going to have your slips, trips, and falls. Next. I don't like that wood on that floor. That's something I would note in the foreman huddle. Again, do they need all that packaging to be brought in and pulled all the way out? Don't know. Don't know the answer to that. Should things be leaning up against the wall? I don't think so. I think these interior trades, what trade is this?
That one's the cabinet, no?
The cabinet contractor, I would not shame them, but I would bring this up in one of the foreman huddles and use it as a teaching moment. Say, hey, it's not respectful to the end user to lean the stuff against the wall. Is there anything from a trash standpoint that doesn't need to come into the building and then be hauled back out? Hey, that wood on the finished floor, don't really like that. And most people will take this as being nitpicky, but we're giving them eyes to see. Eyes to see. Can they see it like we do, right? Next. Well, Meadow, you're doing a great job, boss man.
Thank you.
Okay, a little bit tidier. They got some stuff on cardboard. Okay, not bad. Yep. Okay, going around. Okay, this to me is what a unit. Oh wait, what's that on the left? Down. Oh, that's probably just them installing. This is more of what I would expect the unit to look like. Let's do one more unit on this floor. Are you on the same floor still or no?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think they are like labeled per floor.
I think it would be nice if he got like the Steiners. I don't know.
Well, so Sammy girl, we need to find out with the 360 cameras, we need to perfect how do we go through them fast and how do we know where we are?
Yeah.
Okay, cords are doing great right there. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. This is winning right here. That's what we want cords to look like everywhere. How are elevators on this job site, Sammy?
They're not using them. I think, no, they're not using them a lot.
What the hell does that mean?
Um,
I
they
mean, is the elevator contractor on schedule? Or you
perdón, no, sorry. So sorry. I was just like, no, I mean, I think they walk their stairs. No, they are on schedule, right? You like, it's
Yeah.
good, they're
Oh,
done.
yes.
Yeah, we need lighting and handrail in this stairwell ASAP. That was a comment from last time. That's not happy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a thing. I mean, people can die falling down. There was a guy at Oakland that fell down 4 steps and died. It severed the artery coming out of his heart. Like we've got to be careful on those stairs. This looks like it's one of the upper ones that's like finishing out, right?
Yes, it's
What
cool.
one thing, this is gonna sound really dumb and people are gonna laugh at me, but let me mark this. How we do one thing is how we do everything. These dynamos, it just takes 1 extra second to cut the edges of these tapes of the tape, and to tape them really beautifully. Or forget that, tape it. Oh shoot, sorry. Tape it nice and long, and just cut the edges. Right? They have tool bags. It shows a level of care. Like if we go around and we see, hey, nasty tape, then it's like, it doesn't matter. No, straight, horizontal, plumb, level, cut, nice, neat, edges, corner, like then everything will start to look like that. Like it's a mindset, it's a way of thinking. I would definitely encourage the dynamos to, and that should go in the logistics book as well. Sammy, if you could make a note for me. Let's go to another one. Yeah, on the next walk, Scott Butler is definitely going to want us to be able to know what floor we're on and be able to check and compare with the schedule. So next time we do this next month, it's going to be oh, this is unit, or not unit, but zone 3A or whatever. And then you look at it and you're like, okay, they're doing blah blah blah. Does that compare? Yep, they're on schedule. Like that is something that we're going to need to look at. The other thing is we need to have certainty do we have the checklists for the handoffs up and running on the job site yet, Jules or Sammy?
I sent a message to Logan earlier, like right when you said, and he mentioned to me that he was at the building right now. And since Wakana is not on site, she's on PTO, so they are a little busy. But he will send it to me as soon as he has it, and I can just forward it to you, and we can take a look at it on Friday as well, if you are okay with that.
Okay. Well, these are here's what I want you to do. We're at the end of our meeting. This is our first walk. I think it went great. We're going to get better and better at these. So the other thing is we don't have to figure out as much of the 360 camera if there's more signage showing where the zones are, right? Like if there were more pictures showing what zone we're in, then you could just tell right from the 360 camera regardless. So here's what I would challenge you all to do. Homero, Samantha, Jules, is do your own full walk. Maybe go through all 50 of the images, see what you see, and make sure that we're getting those checklists or the items that we found all corrected by Friday. So we got to stay on top of it, and I look forward to walking this job in another month. The challenge for this job for the next month is cords off the ground. It's dynamos more on top of site maintenance. It's the exterior crews cleaner, and to map out some of these logistics items that help them with kitting, and also to have a coordinated map of the parkade that helps the logistics people with kitting. Those are my challenges. The other thing is the logistics presentation has been sent. I'll have the lean presentation soon. Those are being reviewed. We'll have finals soon for them to improve those things.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Jason, quick question. So the meeting on Friday we have, you don't want that. You want to do this once every month.
Yes. What I'm saying is I want an email back from the job site team that shows both of the walks that says done, 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 done.
Okay. But we still walk.
What?
No, sorry. No, you keep going.
Preferably with pictures proving that it's done. Here's the culture. Everything we brought up, not a big deal. If it's not fixed in 48 hours, big deal. So the last list, we did a really nice list last time. Where's the follow-up? Who emailed back? Who said they're done? We need to have that done. And you all at High Street have got to check that. You've got to be like, it's been 48 hours. Are they done? And if not, I don't know what we do about it yet, but we're like, hey, the area, hold on, the field operations directors, if they're not done, the field ops director is there on site making sure it's done now. And if they don't have capacity to get it done in 48 hours, we have a problem.
Okay.
So you all will know you're winning if the job site team gets the video, the list, if you've added your own items to the list, and if we're making the improvements like to the 360 camera. If I get notified Friday of whether or not these things are done, right? Like
Yeah.
that's how you'll know you're winning.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Like doing a walk and telling people a bunch of stuff doesn't matter for anything if it doesn't get acted on. So,
Got it.
so we love the hell out of these project teams, and the only problem that we'll ever have with them is if we don't fix them quickly. That's the culture we have to implement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
And the team has to know, like, hey, we're here helping you. Like we are here to make them famous. So it's like, oh, they're doing another walk. Like, no, they're going to elevate my career again. Yeah. And if somebody's like, hey, if they started pretending and cleaning up just for the 360 camera and the drone footage, I don't care, because at least they're doing it once a month, and it becomes easier and easier and easier and easier and easier, and it just gets, and then they're like, oh, I like this, and then like it gets better and better. So I don't even care if they're faking. Like I want momentum. So that's it.
Got it.
Great job, team. I'd love this video when you're done with it, because we need to share this throughout Lean Tech. Great job.